Cold exposure therapy is a growing trend in professional sports today. Kevin Hart even has a show called Cold as Balls where he interviews another celebrity while they're both in ice baths. But why are people doing this? So many people know about taking cold showers and cold baths. Many athletes for muscle recovery. So if an athlete played a basketball game or a football game and took a cold shower, it would help them recover so they can be better the next day. But everyday people, not professional athletes, are starting to see different benefits when they're taking cold showers. Some are reporting higher metabolism, weight loss, increased circulation, more alertness, stuff like that. So to fully understand cold exposure therapy, it's important to look at the person who's responsible for the discovery, the positives and the negatives. All right, so Wim Hof, also known as the Iceman, discovered cold exposure therapy in 1976. So he's 62 years old today. He took his first ice bath when he was 16, so he's been doing it for 46 years. Wim holds several records for cold exposure. He holds the record for longest distance under the ice swam, which is 188 feet. He ran a half marathon, which is 13.1 miles, barefoot with no shirt on, in like very, very cold weather in the snow. Set the world record for longest time sitting in ice. He was in there for an hour and 53 minutes, trapped in ice. And his craziest stunts where he climbed Mount Kilimanjaro in shorts and a shirt. In shorts and no shirt. And he climbed Mount Everest also with just shorts on. So he's able to prove the impossible is impossible. If you saw any other dude in the cold like this, you would think that it's fake. But yeah, he's able to prove that impossible is impossible. And also one time when he was trying to set the world record for longest distance swim in a frozen lake, his eyeball actually became shut while he was underwater. So he had to sit in the negative temperature water, underwater, under the ice, for over 6 minutes until someone came and cut a circle in the hole and got him out. But his eyeballs became shut, so he was forced under there until they cut him out. It was a very long time. Wim Hof believes in many benefits of cold showers, despite what science says, and that's one of the reasons why this has become so popular. Cold showers, a scientist asked if they're good for you. A scientist explained that they're good for you. In that article, Wim Hof states that a cold shower day keeps the doctor away because he believes that it will increase your immune system. He hasn't got sick in a number of years. He's very old. So he claims that it will make you more alert, higher metabolism, weight loss, more blood circulation, good for your heart. There's a lot of claims that Wim Hof has, but they're not really tested, so let's get into that. Before I get to the benefits, though, it's super important to understand the risk of doing any cold exposure. So the negatives are hypothermia and death. In the article, "A cold shower is good for you," in 2022, it actually states your body's reaction to cold water puts stress on your heart and could lead to an irregular heartbeat. So you don't want that to happen. You got to be trained. You got to work your way up. The biggest problem with cold exposure therapy is that there really isn't any. So while trying to do research for the positives with scientific explanation, it was very hard to find. So there's only really two main studies, and the one study happened in... Alright, so in the article, "Cold showers lead to fewer sick days," Dr. Biz is interviewed by Allison Bread. In that interview, she asked him about the positive of cold exposure and what he found through his experiment. So in his experiment, he had 3,000 people, and each person would take a shower, either a warm shower and then a normal shower. Then at the end of it, they'd make it cold for 30, 60, or 90 seconds. So they would always take a shower, any shower how they felt, but they would have to end cold. And out of the 3,000 people, 29% of them had fewer sick days called into work. So it's a very weird study, and there's really not that much behind it. It's kind of just a broad, but there is proof though that it helps with your immune system just by a little bit. Another study that was done was to see if it helps decrease depression, because Wim Hof talks about how cold showers help get rid of depression, and if you were to take a lot of cold showers, people see that. That's a result people have been having. So in the article, Adapt Cold Showers as Potential Treatment for Depression, written by Shevchuk. She explains, exposure to cold is known to activate the sympathetic nervous system and increase endorphins and adrenaline. A cold shower is expected to send an overwhelming amount of electrical impulses from peripheral nerves endings to the brain. So it shocks your nervous system by doing that. There's not really much research behind that, to be honest. It's kind of a claim that she made. And even if you took a cold shower, people do feel these results, but it's still just a claim. So cold showers get more praise than they deserve based on the research, as we can say. There's a lot of good evidence. Well, there's not really a lot of research to back this up, but if we were to take the teachings of Wim Hof, and the thousands of people that he's helped, there is something there, and there just needs to be more research done, to be honest. So more research should definitely be done on this experiment, but at the end of the day, you can always experiment for yourself, so why not try it?